Today we have a GMC 2002 4x4 SL Sonoma. And right now we are trying to figure out why we have a check engine light.
What we're trying to do is make the engine pass inspections so that we can keep it running, because that's all I want to do, because this is not the engine that's going to stay in this truck. And that over there is a small spoiler as to what is going into it eventually. Not that particular one, but one just like it.
It's going to be a V8.
But we have misfires, and I'm pretty confident it's the spider injector, but we're going to do a general tune-up anyway, just to be sure. Before you jack up the vehicle, chock the rear wheels. Stick that one behind that one, please. Just like that. Make sure it's rolling backwards.
Okay.
Throw that one behind the other rear wheel.
Oh! Damn. I dropped the light. Alright. So how do you know where to put the jack?
Well, with the newer vehicles, it's usually there's a pinch weld on the frame here, and sometimes I'll even identify it. I mean, I could use that body mount there, but I always use the lower control arm. That gives me plenty of room to get this wheel off and have room to work.
Nice.
It's easier to get the spark plugs out through the wheel well than it is from under the top of the hood. Alright, and you always want to have a jack stand under it for safety. We're doing this in this tiny garage just to show that anybody can do this kind of work in any environment. Alright, we don't want the weight of the vehicle being on the jack, we want it on the jack stand. This is for lifting, not for holding. So, there. Keep your handle up as high as possible so you don't walk into it. Let me get a screwdriver and my impact. It's a rule, you have to hit the trigger every time you put a battery in. Come over here. I'm gonna pry this little hubcap off. Gently, there's a hole. You don't want to break it because it's 20-year-old plastic. Let me get a socket to get those. Alright. Reverse. We're going to check the brakes for it. Loud noises. Off. Alright, let's get a look at these brakes down in here. They're in a little bit further in here in that hole from this way. And they're pretty terrible shape, but we're gonna run them for now. Looks like that boot is worn on that axle also. Not a problem. Here's the spark plugs we're going to tackle. The cylinders on this engine are 2, 4, and 6, and on the other side are 1, 3, and 5. So we're going to pull number 2, number 4, number 6, and we're going to replace the rest.
Is that duct tape on the wires?
No, this is a heat shrink. it keeps the heat, because this is the exhaust manifold right here. All the exhaust comes through here and it's super heated, and so anything near it is going to get heated and age quickly. So they wrap it in this to help protect these wires. These wires go back to the back of the engine, probably, or the back of the truck, probably brake lights or whatever. We're going to start from the rear one. These wires are probably going to break coming off, which is fine. We don't want them to, but I got new ones anyway. That one came off clean. Sometimes you can see on that spark plug right here that the inside of that wire will come off and stay attached to that spark plug. Not a problem, because we have replacements. Let me get my spark plug socket. Spark plug socket is a special kind of socket that has a bit of rubber inside of it to hold on to the spark plug so that it doesn't come out. And we want 5/8, probably a little extension, do a long extension. May need a swivel and our ratchet. All right, straight shot. Now, these are gonna pop when they come loose, and if I go like this and I'm gonna bash my knuckles and cut them up on this old torn up plastic. So what I wanna do is kind of protect my hand. See? Now it's loose, out with my fingers. And I did get a set of GM or AC Delco, GM equivalent, iridium spark plugs. And it looks like somebody has already put some Denzos in there. See some blow by here. They've been there a while, but that doesn't look terrible. It doesn't look like it's firing right, but it's okay. We're gonna change it out anyway. So let me get my new plug. These are pre-gapped to 60 thousandths. And I do not have a tool to verify, well, I have a tool to verify it, but I don't have a tool to adjust these little iridium plugs because they're so fragile. So I'm just going to trust them. New plug. New versus old. Now, this cylinder was not misfiring, but if you're going to do one, you might as well do them all. And if you look inside that socket, you'll see a little bit of rubber that actually grabs onto that porcelain so it doesn't fall out.
Nice.
You want to make sure that you get it dead on straight, because if you hit that little head there, you screw up the gap and it won't fire right. There's some long threads on these. Alright, we're snug. Don't know the exact torque spec, but we're just gonna give it some manual clicks. Get on there. Bring it down, keep it straight, because if you go up or any direction, you're gonna snap that porcelain, and then you got junk spark plug. And it kept the plug. That's right. Usually you can just back on there, wiggle it just a little bit. There we go. Spark plug installed. Now, before we do the next one, we want to take this wire and replace it, because I have a full new set. So I need you to go up top. And it's okay, don't worry about it. Down in here, you're going to see a wire wiggling. I need you to grab it. See that wire that I got?
Yeah.
Can you reach it?
Should I grab it?
Yep, pull it up. Now see that clip holding the wires together there?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to take that apart. See if I can reach it. I am short. Somebody's been in here before.
Well, it is a 2002. It's been around for a while.
It has been around a while. It's only got 100,000 miles on it though.
Huh.
Okay, yeah, we're not gonna mess with that. I'm tired of messing with it. You need a wire that's about that long. So, like I said before, not going with the high quality stuff. Not sponsored, just what I bought. We're going with enough to get it inspected so I can get it back on the road. Oh wow, okay, so they must have replaced them all, because these are also brown and have the boots. what we're going to do is stretch these out. We're looking for one that is roughly, never perfect, but that length. About a foot, foot and a half. How about this one? Too long. I got a feeling about this one. Yep, we have a winner. So I'm going to run this down to the spark plug, and I'm going to pass this end up to you to grab.
Okay.
Oh, almost forgot. Sorry. Dielectric grease. It's called dielectric grease. You want to put this in your plug so that prevent water from getting in there, moisture shorting out. Doesn't take much. It's clear grease. So squirt some in there, and it doesn't stop conductivity. And I will pass this into the wire up to you.
Okay.
When you push it on there onto the spark plug, you want to feel that click. You want to make sure it engages. All right, pass that up to you. You see it?
I can feel it. Okay.
All right, don't pull too hard. Just hang on to it. Now, I also have a replacement rotor cap. Our distributor cap and rotor. As we go, we're going to go ahead and start plugging these in so that we don't have to mess with it again. This sits just like this. That was cylinder number 6. So we're just going to plug this in. Where'd you go? Got the new one? Nope. Here's the one I handed you.
I thought you had it.
You see it? Wiggling. Okay. We're going to plug this into cylinder number 6. Done. All right. Back down here, we're going to do cylinder number 4. Straight ahead. Right here. Cylinder 2 is going to be tricky because there's a shock in our way. And one tip I cannot stress enough is that you see how much effort it took me to get that off there? Don't just Conan it because you're going to crack your hands all over stuff. Just grab it and brace yourself against something and pull. That way you don't break your knuckles because it does hurt. Alright, here, straight ahead. This is one of the major ones I wanted to replace because of the misfires. Still a little snug, so we're going to keep working it. Okay. Stay in there. I need light. Yeah, it's getting tight again. Should probably get a longer extension, but whatever. And it gets loose, and it gets tight, and it gets loose, gets tight. I'm really hoping to see a bad spark plug here because that would explain my misfires. That means I don't have to replace that spider injector. That's a whole day chore. Oh, not a whole day, but a couple hour chore. We'll have to fast forward this in the edit. That's pretty clean. Oh well, we're gonna change them anyway.
Do you think it's on the other side?
I was hoping that one would be bad, but that's alright. We'll compare the gap, make sure it's alright. Yeah, gap's pretty similar. I felt plug's not too bad. I wonder why it's only burning on that side, not that. Well, we never know. Unless somebody in the comments does. Need light right in that hole. I don't like it when it catches like that. We don't want to thread across there. I need light down. There we go, perfect. I don't like when they start getting tough like that. You definitely don't want to cross thread that, because if you screw the threads up on your head, guess what? You gotta replace the whole head. Alright. Yeah, it's going good now. And people are probably saying, oh, you should use anti-seize. Well, I've never used anti-seize on spark plugs, and guess how many I've broken in 30 years? 0. Get off there. I got a trick for that. 1 second. Alright. Needle nose for the rescue. Reach in there. Grab my socket. Just work it back and forth. Oh. It hits me in the foot. I want to make sure that rubber boot doesn't wind up on the other side of that plug. I need to get that clip off there. I need to stop messing around. Wish somebody would have torn it up like that. But that's what it is. This middle one. Alright. There we go. Alright. So, the first wire that we were fighting with is gone in the trash. The second wire should be the one. Oh, they're still clipped together on the bottom. We'll probably reuse that. Alright. Keep an eye on those two. I'm going to wiggle the one and hopefully disconnect. Can you do a flashlight? Let's see if I can disconnect this real quick. Click. We're going to run our new one, which is what number?
This.
I go.
2? Wait, did we do 2?
Starts with 2, 4, and 6. This one's in the middle, so this is number 4. So light. What's that number right there? 4? Let's do it. Click. Alright, last one. This one's gonna be a little trickier down here. Now we can pull this up. Oh, it's connected to that. There we go. Alright. Where's your wires at? And now it swivels.
Oh, isn't that what they use on steering?
They use it in, well, on tools. It's just using tools, but
oh,
they
and
do have
drive shafts, right?
Components. Those are called ball joint or U joints. I'll show you those later because we are definitely going to be putting different rear end and everything in this vehicle. This one's flimsy, so we're gonna guide it through here as best we can. Hey, and we're on it. See how that is sideways? Well, I need one more extension because that's real close. That one right here. Break it. There we go. Now it came out a lot easier. It tells me that this has been out before. And it's pretty clean. Dang it. I want to see failed plugs. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get much of the fix and installing these plugs, but we're going to do it anyway because I already bought them. And we don't want to hit this on anything, so I'm going to be real careful to guide it in by feel until I can see it. It's a great success. Click. Give my socket back. Perfect. All right. Now, let me make sure that we get the right wire on there. Oh, which one? Click. Run that down there. Need our grease. Stick in there and get a squirt. And we're gonna sneak it back here. Get that right in there. Nope, not yet. Need more leverage, muscle fatigue. That is this side done. All right.